Hello, dear students. I am discussing with you the Viva guidelines if you have made a project on marketing management. So, I'll be discussing certain questions which an external can ask you in a Viva. So, first is you should read and learn the chapter of marketing management thoroughly. So, read the entire chapter. Then, the question can be which product or service have you selected? Then what are the 5 competitive brands that exist in the market? So if you have selected a juice, what are the 5 competitive brands that you have in market? What are the permissions and licenses which are required for making your product? So you should be aware of those legalities or the laws which are applicable for production or the licenses which are required to make your product. Then what do you mean by USP? So this is a very common question. What do you mean by USP? So the full form of USP is unique selling proposition, which means that what is unique in your product which is not there in your competitor. So how is your product different from what is being offered by competitors? So that is called as USP. So what is a competitor's USP and what is a USP of the product which you have taken in the project? Then does your product have any range, and if it has certain range, give the details of the range, like, or if it is a juice, what are the different flavors which are available for the juice? So it comes under the category range. Then what is the name of the product which you have thought of, and why you have thought of that particular name, and what are the features of your product? Then what is the logo that you have designed, and what is the tagline for your product? So it is very much there in your file, and you should know this also. Examiner can ask you that what is unique about your logo, how you have designed it, what is the tagline of your product or a service. Then what is the selling price of your competitor product, and in fact what is the price of your product? Is it more than the competitor, less than the competitor? Then what are your profit margins, and how will your product be packed? Talk about packaging, primary, secondary, and the transportation packaging which you have decided for your product. Then which channel of distribution you are going to use? Are you going to use the 0 level, 1 level, 2 level, or 3 level? And why you have selected a particular channel, the reason for same. Then what are the your decisions related to warehousing? Are you having your own warehouses, or will you take warehouses on rent, and location of the warehouses? Then what is going to be your selling price? So this I already discussed. Is it more than the competitor or less than the competitors? And how you have decided the selling price of your product? What are the different ways you are going to promote your product? So in promotion, you know that there are 4 elements: advertising, personal selling, sales, promotion, and public relations. So which particular promotional tool are you using to promote your product? Then which means of transport you are going to use for transporting goods from factory to market, and will you have your own transportation, or will you take it on rent, and why? Then what is a social message, and you have drafted on your label, like sometimes you have seen on a product that 20% of sale will go for some charity. So what is a social message that you have put on the label of your product, or which you are going to promote with the sale of your product? Then which is a cost effective technique that you will follow for your product? Then what is a cost effective technique you are going to use for your promotion? That can be asked by the examiner. Then which marketing philosophy have you followed? So you know that there are 5 philosophies of marketing. So which marketing philosophy are you following? And even they can ask you to explain the different philosophies also. So what are your conclusions about the project? What are your suggestions, or what you have learned from this project, or what is your learning from this project? This can be asked by the examiner. So these are the expected questions, and I want all of you to read your project very carefully. You should know what all you have written in your project, and to do the all the topics like what is marketing mix, is very important. What are the 4 P's of marketing? What are the various elements of these product, promotion, place, and what are the factors which you have to keep in mind while deciding the price of the product? So these are some of the expected questions which can be there from this particular project. So I hope it is clear to everyone. So thank you so much and all the best.